We're living in a time where, well, technology is just everywhere, isn't it? Affecting our health, our finances.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And healthcare and insurance are right in the middle of that transformation.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into something that really caught our attention. Perfios, the B2B Fintech SaaS company, they've just acquired IHX.
Integrated health exchange, yeah.
Right. And our mission here is to sort of unpack what this really means, especially for health insurance claims, something that affects, well, a lot of us. We're using some recent news reports to guide us.
It's definitely an interesting strategic play. Perfios is already pretty big in data intelligence analytics for banks, financial services, insurance,
CHI. Yeah.
right, BFSI. So clearly they're aiming to get deeper into the health insurance side of things. And this isn't their first rodeo with acquisitions, is it?
No, not at all. Okay, let's look at Perfius's recent history. They've definitely been buying companies to grow. Back in 2022, they picked up Carza Technologies and Fintech Labs Technologies, then Fego.ai in 2023, and just earlier this year, Clari5 and Credit Nirvana.
So IHX fits that pattern.
It really does seem like the next logical step in building out a more complete toolkit for that whole financial services and insurance world. They're not sitting still.
And they're growing, right? So something about like 37% revenue growth last year?
Yeah, something like that. And operating in, 18 countries now? So the scale is definitely there. The ambition, too.
Okay, so that's Perfios. Now let's talk IHX, the Integrated Health Exchange. We need to understand what they bring to the table here.
Right.
Founded fairly recently, 2020. The co-founders are Mayank Tiwari, Ajay Bakshi, Sanjay Kalra, Ambuj Kashyap, and Mahesh Nagaraj.
Okay.
And what IHX does is act as this digital platform, basically a highway for healthcare data.
A highway. I like that. Connecting who?
Connecting hospitals, the insurance companies, the payers, as they call them, and diagnostic labs, making sure crucial health information can move between them, securely, of course.
Right. So they're the plumbing, almost, for all that critical medical info. And you mentioned security. It's not just moving data. It's also about managing consent properly.
Exactly, which is, absolutely critical when you're dealing with personal health information. Huge deal.
Paramount.
Plus, they're using AI and machine learning on top of that data, trying to find actionable insights.
So not just data pipes, but smart pipes, making the data useful, not just available.
That seems to be the goal. And they've raised some money, too, haven't they?
Yeah, about $2.58 million from LogX Venture Partners and Quik Solutions. So clearly investors saw the potential there as well.
Okay, so connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Perfios is buying IHX specifically to, well, beef up its tech stack for the health insurance claims world. That's the core reason.
Right. They want to take what they're good at, data analysis, intelligence, and apply it directly to claims. Which, let's be honest, can sometimes be a bit of a headache.
A bit, yeah. Complex, slow sometimes.
So here's where it gets interesting for, everyone. Perfios plans to weave its data analysis smarts into IHX's platform.
And the expected result?
Well, faster claim processing, hopefully. Better visibility into where a claim actually is in the system.
Making decisions quicker.
Yeah, more informed, real-time decisions. For the hospitals, for the insurers, and importantly for you, the patient. Imagine getting your claims sorted out much faster.
That would be a welcome change for many, I suspect.
Yeah.
And IHX isn't exactly a small player here, right?
Yeah.
Their scale is quite something.
It really is. The reports say they handle over 40% of India's cashless health insurance claims.
40%, that's huge.
Massive. It translates to over 10 million transactions a year, about $1 billion in claim value. Right. And their network is vast. 30,000 hospitals, 1,200 locations, connecting with over 30 insurers.
So they're already deeply embedded. Working with big names, too, like Reliance Hospital, DY Patil, MGM Healthcare.
Jazzlock Hospital as well. So yeah, this isn't some tiny startup Perfios bot. Yeah. IHX has serious reach.
And Perfios is letting them keep operating independently, under their own name and leadership.
Seems so. Which matches how they handled, those previous acquisitions we mentioned. It suggests they value what IHX has already built, the team, the tech, the relationship.
Makes sense. So let's bring this back to the listener. For you, how might this actually change things?
Well, the big potential upside is speed and efficiency, right? Think about any time you've had to deal with a claim. The forms, the waiting.
The uncertainty. Yeah.
If Perfios really integrates its analytics well with IHX's platform, we could genuinely see faster turnaround times, more transparency, less hassle.
Exactly. Better data integration means, ideally, insurers and hospitals see the same picture. in real time. That should cut down on delays, maybe fewer back and forths, quicker approvals.
Moving away from clunky manual processes, maybe fewer disputes, too, if things are clearer from the start.
And this whole thing isn't happening in a vacuum as part of a bigger picture, isn't it?
How so?
This trend of fintech companies stepping into healthcare, finance tech, with its strengths in data, security, smooth transactions, it sees opportunities in healthcare, which, let's face it, can sometimes feel a bit behind digitally.
That's a great point. So it's fintech muscle meeting healthcare needs.
Pretty much. Applying financial world tech discipline to healthcare processes.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Our deep dive suggests this Perfios acquisition of IHX is really a strategic play. It's about using data and tech to seriously streamline health insurance claims.
Right. Combining Perfios' analytical power with IHX's huge network and data platform.
And the potential payoff. Faster claims, clearer processes, real benefits for hospitals, insurers, and especially for you when you need that claim sorted quickly.
Which leads us to a final thought, maybe something for you to ponder. As finance tech and health tech keep merging, how fundamentally could this change how we interact with the whole healthcare system down the road?
Yeah, good question. Beyond just claims, what other parts of healthcare are crying out for these kinds of data-driven improvements? Where else could this boost efficiency, transparency, and ultimately just give us all better outcomes?
Food for thought, definitely.